Thomas Burke or Christopher Burke Engineering, talking about Highpoint Prairie Detention Pond in Dyer. It's a pond that was built about 20 years ago. It's just to the west of Sheffield Avenue, south of 83rd, 81st, and the pond has when it was built, I assume it was built somewhat correctly, but it has settled over time where the overflow weir is, so we don't have the proper overflow, as well as some homes around it were built too low in relation to the backyard, so that every time the pond starts filling up, it's got the about 150 acres coming from it from the east side of Sheffield and south. There's a lot of yards that flood, people's yards coming close to their house. Fortunately, the overflow weir does take it, and it has not gone in any houses. But this is really to correct a problem that has been existing for about 20 years now, and it's been exacerbated as some settlement has happened. So this picture shows in the orangish color that where we're going to fill in a bunch of homes. The home to the right has not been, it's 204 trillion has not been built yet. So the town will watch to make sure that was built right elevation, and the town owns the next lot. There's a couple more lots on the west side. And the other part of this is to fix the overflow weir so that it's set and the restrictor has been removed because of the problems they're having. Put the restrictor back in and fix the overflow weir so that it is functioning properly. When the application was made back in November, we had an estimate about $100,000. We're asking for a $50,000 contribution. We got several proposals. The low proposal was very advantageous. That is $65,665.50. So we're revising our request to the little Cal for $32,800.
What is the east-west street that this intersects or is close to?
Well, Trillium, here it is. It's just gonna be north of 87.
Yeah.
On Sheffield. So it's right next to this is the neighborhood next to Longwood Country Club. And I just got a shiver thinking about that program. So now this was another neighborhood type of a situation. How does this bubble up with all the other things going on in the town as it relates to stormwater? And where does this fit in as far as our hit list, as far as making stuff happen? I mean, this is a little neighborhood deal. Sounds like a development challenge or developer challenge.
I think if the developer was still developing there, they would go back to the developer and say, hey, can you fix this? But 20 years ago that they came in here and developed it. So it's trying to fix that problem and straighten out, provide more storage than exists today and provide it properly.
And is that a park with a circle around it?
Yes, it is. It's raised. That area is raised. So it's the area to the left.
It's a park just for that particular neighborhood, it looks like, since I can't park a car. But everybody in the region walks now, I heard, so that's good. So there's no parking?
Regarding the park,
No, yeah.
I have nothing to do with the park. I'm looking at Detention.
So it basically takes in 100 acres of land to drain into here, and it's a community based. It wouldn't rise to our level. This is a community issue. Like, I don't think it's going to increase storage tremendously, but it's going to solve a local issue.
Correct.
Thank you. Any other questions for this young man?
Chairman, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Was the original design undersized for this development then? Is that what you're saying? And then will this work correct that or just stabilize it?
This work will correct the overflow, put the restrictor back in, and solve the problem of the yards flooding, residential yards flooding. And so while providing the right amount of storage that was originally designed.
So it will meet the original design
Yes.
criteria for storage, okay?
Correct. Without having to use backyards for it.
And that's the end game, right? To prevent the flooding.
Prevent flooding and properly store the water. So the overflow right now is kind of slanted. I'm assuming part of it has been settled. Correct. So you don't even have the storage, but when it does get up that high, it's in these backyards and not contained.
Any other questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.